You've probably wondered why, out of all the people in the world, it's always you who seems to attract narcissists. It feels like a painful pattern. You give, they take, you love deeply, they manipulate. And no matter how much effort you put in, the relationship leaves you drained, questioning yourself and wondering what went wrong. But here's the truth. You're not weak for attracting them. You're powerful. Narcissists are drawn to your light, your empathy, and your ability to see the good in people. They seek you out because your compassion feeds the emptiness they carry inside. The problem isn't that you're broken, it's that your strengths make you a target. But once you understand why this happens, you can finally break the cycle, reclaim your power, and stop giving yourself to those who only know how to take. Narcissists sense your compassion instantly. From the very beginning, a narcissist can feel your compassion before you even say a word. Your empathy makes you stand out in a world where most people keep their guard up. And that kindness is exactly what draws them to you, to someone who is constantly searching for a source of attention, validation, or emotional supply. Your ability to care deeply looks like the perfect opening. They see your willingness to listen, your natural tendency to give, and your desire to see the good in people, and they use it as a way in. What feels like love and connection to you feels like opportunity to them. And that's the painful truth. Your light attracts them, not because they want to honor it, but because they want to feed off it. This is why you often feel targeted by the wrong people. Your empathy is powerful, but it also makes you visible to those who only know how to take. They mirror your goodness. One of the most confusing things about narcissists is how convincing they can be in the beginning. When they first meet you, they mirror your goodness back to you. They reflect your values, your kindness, even your language. And it feels like you finally found someone who understands you on the deepest level. That instant connection isn't an accident, it's a strategy. They study what makes you light up, what makes you trust, and they feed it right back to you. For an empath, that can feel intoxicating because you finally see your own compassion reflected in another person. But over time, you realize it wasn't real. It was a performance designed to earn your trust and secure your loyalty. What you thought was authenticity was actually manipulation. And this is why breaking away is so painful, because they didn't just trick you, they used your own goodness as the mask they wore. Your desire to heal attracts their wounds. As an empath, one of your strongest qualities is your instinct to heal. You can sense when someone is hurting, even if they never say a word, and your natural response is to help, to comfort, to make it better. But this very strength is what makes you so appealing to narcissists. They carry wounds they never intend to face, deep insecurities they mask with arrogance and control. And when they meet you, they see someone who won't turn away from that brokenness. Instead, they see someone who will lean in and try to fix it. For you, it feels like love, giving second chances, believing in their potential, offering your patience. But to them, it feels like opportunity, a steady source of healing they can drain without ever giving back. This is the trap. Your compassion becomes the glue that keeps you bound to someone who has no intention of changing, because your desire to heal is stronger than their desire to grow. They exploit your tolerance. One of your most beautiful traits as an empath is your patience, your ability to give people the benefit of the doubt and to forgive more than once. But this is exactly what narcissists use against you. They test boundaries little by little to see how much they can get away with. A lie here, a broken promise there, a moment of disrespect. And when you let it slide, they push further. They know you'll give more chances than most, because your nature is to hope they'll change, to believe in the good you once saw in them. What starts as compassion slowly becomes a trap, because your tolerance convinces them that you'll stay no matter how badly they treat you. The truth is, your patience isn't weakness, it's strength. But in the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon used to keep you in a cycle of disappointment, while they take more than they'll ever give back. The cycle of idealization and devaluation hooks you. What makes narcissistic relationships so difficult to escape isn't just the pain, it's the cycle. At first, they place you on a pedestal, showering you with admiration, attention, and affection. It feels intoxicating, almost like a fairy tale, because they make you believe you're the center of their world. But then, slowly, the shift begins. The compliments fade, the affection disappears, and criticism creeps in where love used to be. You go from being their everything to feeling like you're never enough. And just when you're ready to walk away, they pull you back with another wave of charm, apologies, or sudden kindness. Those highs and lows create an addictive pattern, one that hooks you in with hope, then keeps you trapped in confusion. For an empath, this cycle is devastating because your heart clings to the memory of the highs, even while you're being crushed by the lows. You confuse pain with depth. One of the hardest lessons for an empath is realizing that not every intense connection is a meaningful one. Narcissists are masters at creating chaos that feels like passion. The arguments, the tears, the constant cycle of breaking and reconciling. It all tricks your heart into believing the relationship must matter because it feels so intense. But intensity isn't the same as depth. Pain isn't proof of love. For you, the constant emotional swings feel like a sign of something powerful, as if suffering together somehow makes the bond real. But in reality, that pain is manufactured. It's a way to keep you invested, to make you equate heartbreak with devotion. The truth is, real depth is steady, not chaotic. Genuine love doesn't drain you, it grounds you. Recognizing this difference is what breaks the illusion, and once you see that pain isn't depth, you start to reclaim the power you thought you had lost. Awareness is the first step to freedom. The cycle with a narcissist only holds power over you when you don't see it clearly. Once you become aware of the pattern, the love bombing, the manipulation, the endless highs and lows, everything begins to change. That awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, the confusion starts to make sense. You realize the problem isn't your worth, it's their need for control. And once you see that, you can no longer be fooled the same way again. Awareness doesn't erase the pain overnight, but it gives you the power to step back, to observe instead of absorb, and to stop blaming yourself for someone else's brokenness. It's the first crack in the cycle, the moment when you understand that you've been carrying weight that was never yours to hold. And from there, freedom becomes possible, because once you see the game, you can choose not to play it anymore. Breaking the cycle means choosing yourself first. The real shift happens when you finally decide to put yourself before the person who keeps draining you. For so long, you've given, forgiven, and hoped they would change, but breaking the cycle means realizing that your healing can't depend on their growth. It has to come from you choosing your own peace, your own energy, and your own worth over the chaos they bring. Choosing yourself doesn't mean you stop being compassionate. It means you stop sacrificing your well-being for someone who doesn't respect it. That choice is where your power returns. It's the moment you stop waiting for them to value you and start valuing yourself enough to walk away. And that's when the cycle ends. Not when they change, but when you choose not to keep giving your heart to someone who only knows how to take. Attracting narcissists has never meant you are weak. It's always been proof of how much light you carry. Your empathy, your patience, and your willingness to see the good in people are powerful traits, but they deserve to be protected, not exploited. Breaking the cycle begins when you choose yourself first, when you decide your heart is too valuable to give away to those who only know how to take. That moment is where your healing starts, and it's where your power returns. If this spoke to you, subscribe and come back whenever you need a reminder of your strength. And let me ask you this: do you believe choosing yourself is the hardest step in breaking the cycle, or the most freeing?